Hey guys, before we get started, make sure you click that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell next to it so that you're aware of all the latest and greatest videos from BHP. Hello, welcome to the BowHunterPlanet Test Labs. Myself, Dave Thomas, tonight, along with
Krishner. What's up, guys?
And today we're talking Xpedition archery. So, Xpedition got their bows in here right at the last second for 2018 as we're just finishing up the bow reviews for this year. These are the Denali and the Excursion 7. As you can see, very good looking bows. One of the things that I noticed about Xpedition this past year, maybe even last year, they start putting these X's for Xpedition into the riser, which I think is really cool. It gives it a very unique look, but actually makes sense, you know, for doing Xpedition with an X. So that's pretty cool. And again, they do have a lot of similarities to them. We put them side by side, but the stats are different. These bows, both beautiful bows and have a lot of power. Great designer who designs these bows, if you know who that is. And really good limb pockets, a lot of good things about the bow. I'll first jump into the Denali, give you guys the stats here real quick. IBO speed of up 345 feet per second, 3.9 pounds. Axle is 34 inches. The brace height is 6.875 inches. The draw weights are 45, 55, 60, 65, and 70. Huge variety there. Draw lengths are, they say the XS Plus is 28.5 to 31 inches, and we have a draw length for a PX. These are different cams, I assume. Yep. The PX cam, PX Cube is 26.5 to 28 inches, and the PXT cam is 23 to 26. So that's a huge variety depending on what cam you want to use with this. So it really fits just about anybody, dude. And that to me looks 23 to 31, pretty much. With the side of the cams. The let off is 80%. They have it in Molten Black, Realtree Extra, Badlands Approach. So 3 great colors. They have different limb finishes. You can get a whole bunch of varieties here. And the MSRP is around $1049. So that's the Denali, which is definitely one of their premier bows this year. All right, Chris.
So coming in with the Excursion, a couple quick specs on it. We'll ramble through because they're this bow is very similar in spec as well. 348 feet per second with the XP1 cam. So that's that's their mid-range draw length cam. And axle to axle, 32 inches roughly. 3.9 pounds, brace height is 7 inches. Draw weights from 40 to 70 with the 65 option as well. And then for draw length ranges, we got 26 all the way up to 31. So there are 2 cam options. I'm not going to get real specific into that, but 26 to 31, so pretty much anything that's going to fit anybody out there that needs to fit into. 80% let off, half inch modular draw length adjustments, tons of color options from Badlands, Realtree Extra. I mean, so many options with this bow. First things that I'm going to notice about it when we get a little bit on the tech side is this is a limb stop hybrid cam. So what that's going to mean is a lot of you guys out there that have maybe been shooting some of the binary cam bows and really like that rock solid back wall with a little bit higher let off, this bow is going to give you that same feel. So you're going to draw back, hit that limb with the limb stop, and it's going to be nice and solid. Now both of these bows do share that same feature on the top and bottom cams. So great feel, great system, easily tunable. Threw these bows together pretty quick. Took a couple shots through them right away when just to kind of double check, make sure everything was lined up with the arrows and they were just pounding right out of the box. So limb pocket design, again, like Dave was saying, it's innovative, it's lightweight, simple. It's something that's really going to work for them, and it keeps weight down. So Xpedition's been doing a really great job, really setting themselves apart, making sure that they offer stuff for everybody out there in the right price point. This bow does hit that $1049 price point, but I think at that point you're not going to be disappointed at all.
Yeah, I mean 3.9 pounds for this one. What was that one again?
3.9 as well.
Yeah, so it's super light. Actually, we were just talking earlier that the average just seems to be going around 4.2 now. So that's it. This actually gets you on the lighter end. And what that does is your offsets whatever you put on the bow, whether it's your sight, stabilizer, rest, wherever you're adding a weight. in my opinion, gives you the ability to add a sight that might be heavier, more strong sight. Like this HHA sight's a little heavier. It's a strong sight. It's got a lot of great features to it, but it does add a little weight to do that. But with the lighter bow, it doesn't offset you too much to where you're falling forward. So pretty exciting. I think Xpedition's done a great job over the years with design and premium machining. They've done such a good job on their machining. As you can see, these X's are definitely not easy to do. They might look easy because you see an X, but I guarantee you that is not easy to do. That has a lot of machining to take all that out. And these are pretty thin looking X's too. They're not like huge X's. When you actually put your hand in there, you can feel them. They're not huge. So I love the fact they put X's in it.
But they're going to do a lot of what they need to do in that
structure.
area. I mean, it's all structural. So I mean, that simple design that we might appreciate for the aesthetic point is really going to make a huge difference when it comes down to performance or what we would see in the flex of this riser or the actual performance or longevity of the bow.
And again, I love the X's. I think that was so smart, and it looks so cool, and it really defines them. It gives them that, their brand right inside the riser. Looks really cool. They have limb saver suppression built onto them. So definitely, I'm sure it's going to be a super quiet bow. Actually, I already know it was quiet when you shot it. It was real quiet. So
they also have the ATR, which of course is something we've been seeing from Xpedition for a while. So the ATR cable slide, super easy system where you can just pop them cables right out without having to remove your slide. You can make any adjustments if you need to make an adjustment to them, and then you can pop them right back in and not worrying about damaging your cables at all. So it's a super easy system.
And that's really machined very smooth in there. It doesn't affect your cables, doesn't hurt them. They've had this for a while now. This is a great system.
Yeah, it's something they've had for a couple of years.
You don't see that anywhere else. That's a really unique system. So, all right, time to shoot these bows and have some fun. All right, so we just got done shooting the new bows from Xpedition, and oh my, what a bow.
That was fun.
I thought, and I know you're not a huge fan of like solid back walls, but for me, this bow came in real nice, and it had a nice back wall, and it locks in, and that's what I like. I don't like any moving. He likes a little bit more moving for him, but for me, I like when it comes around and it just locks. And to me, once I fired this bow, it was dead in the hand, and I'm telling you guys, this thing was stacking them on top of shooting extremely flat. Obviously, you did a good job putting the rest on, but I'm just saying, it was coming off this shelf so fast and flat. Beautiful, beautiful bows. Both of them shot pretty much the same. I didn't really feel a huge difference between them. You might have. I didn't necessarily feel the grips are the same.
Bows felt very similar. I mean, the shot cycle, the string angle on the Excursion felt a little bit different than this, just because it's a little shorter. It felt a little different overall through the shot. But as far as performance goes, the Denali felt like it was cooking out of my
I was going to
hands.
say, that would be the one thing. It did feel a little faster. But I don't know if it's, because I don't know how many turns we did on each.
Well, this is a 6-inch brace sight bow. It's a 7-inch
brace
sight
so
bow. So, I mean,
sense.
we're going to feel this is going to be a little bit more of your speed bow to begin with. But as far as when it comes to like the limb stops feels, this is a bow that gives you that option to really play with that. So, I mean, For me, the valley felt a little short, but I know that with a little bit of time, I can adjust and tweak that and move that to make it feel just the way I want, which is ideally what we want. We want bows that'll fit for anybody. So that's going to be a simple tweak for me to make it a little bit more comfortable. But overall, once I got acclimated to the bow and how it wanted to shoot, then I actually quite enjoyed it. It was a good shooting bow.
Again, this is just so you understand, because I know we talk a lot about cams on this show. This is a modular bow, which means it has a mod. So if you buy 29, it's going to stay at 29 until you change the mod.
Yeah,
right?
So you take it to your dealer that you bought it from.
Change them.
Have them order mods if you need to change the draw length. They come in 1/2 inch increments. But with this draw stop up here, you can tweak that just a little bit, make your draw length a little bit more, let your valley a little shorter, a little longer, so on and so forth.
I love these bows. I thought they did a great job. I think the design's amazing. I think it looks so good. It's very quiet, super fast, dead in the hand, and again, cooking, coming off the shelf, hardcore. I mean, if I'm picking between the two, I'm probably doing this one just because I like the bigger brace height. It's just more for what I like as a bow hunter. But that was just as great, to be honest. I'm just saying if I had to choose between the two. But if I would still shoot this one all day. It's a great, great bow.
I would shoot this one at 5 pounds less than I shot that one. Okay. Because I think I'd get the same kind of speed, same kind of performance, with a little bit more, little bit different feel. I like the way this one felt a lot.
Very cool. And then it's interesting because the grips are the same. So if you shoot a different Xpedition, you're always going to have basically the same grip, which is nice if you decide to change or shoot something, if you want to change from this model to that model in a year or whatever. This is, again, the 2018 models. We don't know what's coming yet for 2019. We will have it for you guys coming up. But again, go to Xpedition, check them out online. Xpedition Archery is definitely a contender and a premium bow maker, making very, very good premium bows. Definitely check them out. Any last words? Anything else you want to?
No, definitely check them out. Visit your local dealer. They should have these in stock. And Xpedition, I'm really looking forward to what they're doing in the future. They broke into some new markets this year, so good for them to really put it out there. So let's see what they end up doing.
All right, check them out online. We'll see you guys next time on my show. Thanks for watching. Check out the BowHunterPlanet podcast and all the videos below. We have a ton of great videos. Make sure you click subscribe and that little bell next to it so you get alerted when these videos come out. And next, we will be doing speed videos on these. They'll be a little bit delayed, but we will have them eventually coming up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.